All right. Let's get right into it. Dallas Cowboys practice just ended, and you know your boy hightails it right back to his top secret corner to tell you everything that you need to know about what happened today at practice. That's what we're here to do. We fire off a tweet and let people know that we're live. Cowboys practice over. Live chat and recap here. Come on in, everybody. Let's talk about the Cowboys practice today. And you can ask me any questions that you want to. I welcome the questions. I love you. You can ask me anything you want. So it's over. We're back in here. A couple of news out here. We had get banged up today. We had a couple of guys missing today. So all sorts of things that you need to know about. Number one, Tyler Guyton was not at practice today. So it was Chuma Edoga and Awesome Richards as the first team left sick. So he'll be fine. Jeff, you were featured in this article. I get in trouble. Did Mike Zimmer get me in trouble? I'm not talking about Mozzie Smith today. There's a bunch of stuff worth talking about. Did McCarthy ever twerk? We did talk about it in the walk-off. Apparently he was at a wedding. Was it a wedding or a family thing? And apparently one of his kids really likes the unts rave music. And he said, yeah, I was out there for like 8 to midnight, maybe even till 2 a.m. And I was, And he said, when that hand got tired, he went to this hand and then he did two hands. And he said he doesn't think he ever moved his feet though. So there's your Mike McCarthy update. Tyler Guyton was sick today. Eric Kendricks is still coming back from his back hurts. And, old people, our backs get hurt for old people. But he was out there on the cords. He looks okay. He'll be back, I would assume, soon. Trayvon Diggs is still on the cords. He only took part in practice yesterday because it was mock game, which means walkthrough. So he wasn't actually doing anything full speed. So Trayvon Diggs not out there. Nashawn Wright starting in his spot. And there you go. You got some updates on anybody that's missing. Schooney got banged up today. I'll see if there's any update, but Schoonmaker got banged up, which really sucks because Mike McCarthy was talking about him this morning right before they took the practice field and even mentioned what was going on, where it's like, Luke's made really good strides in terms of all parts of the game, and he's looking good out here, and all he's got to do is stay healthy now because he's had problems with that. And he got banged up at practice. So we'll see when the update. We will see when the update comes on what's going on with Schooney. We'll see. Hurt guys stay hurt, kind of. Jeffrey twice already got tanked. That's right. That's a rough mental picture. Oh, yeah. Boy, McCarthy's actually really personable when you take him off the podium. He's kind of personable on the podium, too. Brian's now met him in person, and he's like, oh, he's nice to me, and I've kind of been mean to him. Why won't they re-sign Gilmore? Oh, they still could, but Kalen Carson looks like he can play. Diggs is coming back. Maybe because they just don't think anybody else is going to, and they can wait. By the way, I can tell you this about Carl Lawson. Now, this is just what I heard. People on Reddit said Jeff ain't got no sources. That's fine. I'll just tell you what I saw. What I heard is the guys that they signed, your two new edge guys, Shaka Toney and al-quadin Muhammad. What I heard is there's nothing wrong with Carl Lawson. He had a good workout, and it's a money thing. These guys were on the cheap. Carl Lawson ain't going nowhere. If you bring him out and none of these guys look good, you could always call Carl Lawson back. So I'd appreciate if you guys would make sure you're subscribed, have notifications turned on so you don't miss anything that's live. And I'd appreciate a thumbs up for the algorithm, maybe a comment if you watch this after it's over. And in the comments, tell me which player do you want me to watch tomorrow? I haven't even mentioned the thing that I put in the title. Today was a second straight day of it. Whoever the receivers are, Dak's cooking. They played the mojo moment. Dun, 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 dun. That's when it's time for the mojo moment. And it was 4th down and goal was the situation. And when the first team went, they're on the 9-yard line. From the 9, it was Dak to where are my notes? From the 9, it was Dak to Jalen Brooks, touchdown. When they went from the 5, it was Dak to Turpin, touchdown. When they went from the 1, it was Dak to Malik Davis, touchdown. Malik's mixing in with the running backs a bunch. They got a bunch of freaking running backs. Thoughts on Mozzie? Sure, I'll do it real quick, though. Same. same. They're working hard with Mozzie. They know and they can see on different plays when they're out there going 11 on 11 that the things that he does have can be really helpful in run defense, and it's inconsistent. So when they're doing their pre 11 on 11 stuff things and trying to get him things fundamentally and technique wise that consistently is not necessarily getting done, and when they get out there and they're playing 11 on 11 and he's just playing football, he's better in that scenario, which obviously is more important, real football. But the things that they're working at, they're working hard to try to get him to do the things that they want consistently. So Mozzie has good snaps, has inconsistent snaps. They're working real hard to try to get that consistency to show up more often. That's what they're doing. How's when they were doing their 2-on-2 O-line versus D-line? He blocked the hell out of, I forget, it was the twist stunt game, but he had a bad snap, which is not good. Hoffman looks solid too. Like Hoffman looks fine. I'm not watching them and going, man, you better take Hoffman out and put BB in, which is kind of what I thought before I got out here. But Hoffman looks solid. And BB, I can't make the case that he needs to be getting all of these reps because based on what we're seeing from him, it's not like you're watching and going, man, he's way better than Hoffman. He needs some snaps. I would like to see him get the opportunity, but for now, Hoffman looks pretty good. Okay. Other notes. Dak cooking, and Dak's making it work with whoever. CeeDee's not even here. There was a lot of Dak Prescott to Jalen Brooks today. Dak to Tolbert. Dak to fill in the blank. The receivers weren't strictly running ones with the ones, twos with the twos. Like when they went second team offense, Jalen Tolbert caught a bomb from Trey Lance, and it was a gorgeous throw. Trey Lance had a considerably better day. He threw a couple of really nice deep balls. Shows the athleticism. Didn't have, that I can think of, any big mistakes or awful throws. Trey Lance had a nice little day today, but Dak's been awesome. So it doesn't really matter, but Trey Lance versus Cooper Rush could become, and is, I guess, a thing, and will be fun. And Trey's going to get so many snaps in preseason that we'll see what he's got. And I think he had a nice little day today. Can we get an old school S my A like during the Tyler Smith draft pick? No, we can't. Boy, Tyler Smith. There's another one. Tyler Smith is just stud. Tyler Smith is a stud. Think we're going to be okay at wide receiver once Lamb is back? Maybe. We'll see. Training camp and then the real thing is so different. But the last couple of days out here, it really hasn't mattered who's out there. Dak's making plays to Turpin, to Tyron Billy Johnson, to Jalen Cropper, Jalen Brooks. It doesn't matter. And they're making plays. Maybe they can piecemeal it together and make that work. I like when Kevontae Turpin is in there. I think they just add something that other guys don't necessarily bring. Although Tyron Billy Johnson's got some speed. Cropper is, I always love the little people. Cropper's kind of your smaller, thinner. If he could be your other kick return guy with Turpin, maybe that could be his way onto the roster as wide receiver. CeeDee, Cooks, Turpin, Tolbert, and then you could go Cropper if he's a return man, or Brooks, or Tyron Billy Johnson. I don't know. And are they going to keep 6? Probably not. I don't know. CeeDee does need to call Dak and tell him to chill out. Like, stop doing so well. Make them need me there. That's what CeeDee should be telling Dak. Okay, hold on. Where are all my other notes? Lance throwing pretty good deep balls. Cropper made a big play with the ones on a 4th and 3. Dak rolling full speed to his left through a dot to Tyron Billy Johnson. It was the throw of the day until Trey Lance threw that ball down the right sideline. That could be the throw of the day too. Kendricks and Diggs on the cords. Brandon Cooks looking good. Zeke caught a nice little wheel route. It was on 55's name, on Willie Harvey in their little 2-on-2, 3-on-3, half the field stuff. Junior Fehoko, I don't know what to do with him. I don't know. When I'm trying to build out a roster and figure out what I'm doing with him, I don't know what I'm doing with him. The guy out of the new guys that I like, out of the 2 defensive ends they brought in, and this is going to be with not a ton of watching, but having eyes on him a little bit early in practice, was Muhammad looks like a dude off the bus that you're like, oh yes, that's a pass rushing dude. And then watching him in some of the one-on-ones, like, man, there is some juice there too. So I like Muhammad a little bit. He's got a chance. Let's see. Biggest disappointment so far, no comment. Not doing it. Not doing it. Done with that conversation. Maybe Schoonmaker getting banged up again today. Oh, John Stevens made a really nice play today, at least one. And I think he could very easily overtake the Peyton Hendershot role of the tight end who's not necessarily a blocker, but you could do some move around. He could help you in the red zone, just the athletic tight end. I think John Stevens could probably, he could take that. He could take that from Handy. And then let's see what's going on with Ferguson and how hurt he is. Let's see. Any D tackles we should keep our eyes on from other camps? Maybe. And here's why I think that. Running back depth chart's a train wreck. Nobody knows. Zeke goes first. Rico goes second. Today, Malik Davis got a decent amount of the work. Royce, football player, I don't know. And every time I tweet about the Cowboys running back room, I have people that I love and respect that cover the NFL. Like, here's Cowboys running back updates for you fantasy people. And I'm like, no, don't say that. If I had to guess right this second, Zeke's the starter. Dowdle's the best runner. Lipke has a role. He was in on 4th and 1, and he gets in on some 2-minute stuff. And when there's multiple backs in the game, and Royce Freeman adds depth, and there's your running back room, I guess. Who knows? Who knows? Biggest surprise so far of camp, Damone Clark's been really good. I've really enjoyed watching Damone Clark. Wanya Thomas has been really good. I enjoy watching him out here. Who else? Damian Wilson looks useful, and I hadn't heard his name in forever. I don't know what he did when he left here. I don't even remember. The fact that Guyton looks good so far is good. Wide receivers that are showing up, Tyron Billy Johnson, Jalen Cropper, Jalen Brooks. How's Deuce looking? Deuce is on the cords. He's banged up. He was over there with Diggs, working on the cords, and we don't like that. Does Mozzie act like he wants to play football, Jeff? I do not want to turn this into talking about Mozzie stuff all the time. I would say that when he is being coached hard, the body language is not good, but I'm just looking at the way a guy stands and whatever, and I'm making reckless speculations. And so I don't want to do that. They're trying to coach him up on a lot of things about his consistency and hand placement and what he's doing with his feet and how to throw a hip to avoid getting moved by a double team. They're working really hard with him in the individual stuff, and in the team stuff, he puts together some good reps and he puts together some consistent reps. This is not going to be a Jeff fights with Mike Zimmer about Mozzie Smith account. We're not doing it. Hearing a lot about Clark and Overshone. How is Leafau doing lately? Fine. He hasn't, I don't spend my most time watching the linebackers, but when I see them, like and nobody jumps out as, oh, you don't want that dude out there. Clark is the guy that I've noticed the most, and Kendricks when he's out there, but Overshone looks good. Leafau's probably the one I've noticed the least, but I certainly haven't noticed him in any sort of negative way. So we like the linebacker room. We really do. And let me see. Did I get through all my notes? Tyler Smith is awesome. Who's 91? Tyrus Wheat showed up a little bit again today. Beat Nate Thomas. Marshawn Nealand continues to look solid. Golston. Oh, that was where I wanted to go. One more thing. Golston, Chauncey Golston, defensive lineman, who's playing as kind of the second team three. They give your nose tackle, your biggest defensive tackle, and you got the one who's next to him, who's usually a little bit smaller, a little bit quicker, and is going one-on-one with a guard. And your other guy's between a guard and a center and has to wrestle more. The second one is Chauncey Golston. And in one-on-ones, he got Zach Martin once. It was nice. I think that he fits in nicely if you're looking to pass rush from defensive tackle. But I think as a run stopper on the inside, he's just a little small and a little thin. And so I could see a world where news at slaughter safety, he's playing both. I could see the nose to Mozzie to Carl Davis and Justin Rogers. But I could see a world where if you think that you can get by with those three, instead of being worried about, boy, we got to upgrade the nose tackle, if you could find a way to get a 3 technique and get another like basically a backup to Osa, so it doesn't have to be Chauncey Golston, you could feel better about your edge guys because you could put Chauncey out there. I think that's where he kind of fits as a run defender. There, that length plays, and he's not undersized. When he's inside, he's a little thin and a little undersized, and he's better with his quickness. So I could see a world where if you could find a decent 3 technique, then you could move Chauncey. And from what I'm seeing out here, that 3 technique is probably not on this roster. I wish it was Junior Fehoko, but when I'm watching him, I'm just kind of like, I don't know if they know what they want to do with him. Not showing up in a way that makes me go, oh, yeah, he's got something. He's one of the guys that I'm going, uh-oh, might be a problem spot. And I hate saying that about anybody. So, yeah, I think those are my thing. How does Steele look? Steele looks fine. Steele looks pretty good. I think he was on a steady incline as you went through the year last year. I think Steele started off rough, coming off the injury, and towards the second, he's better even again. Hi, Chief. I see Eric Chiafalo. 105.3 The Fan. Nice guy. How's Brian B today? He's great. I think he's over there doing radio right now. I'm moving out of his room today. I got to go check into the Best Western and call into the Ben and Skin show on 97.1 The Eagle in like an hour and 20 minutes. Seems like you know a bunch about what's going on. What do you do for the Cowboys? Nothing. I do not work for the Cowboys. I work for me. Although I work for 97.1 The Eagle. I'm here at Cowboys camp reporting for 97.1 The Eagle. I just happen to do some streams on this page every once in a while. Your 3-way with Brian Vochester is kind of weird. Are you feeling okay? No, I was fine. But once one of them said, like, oh, Jeff, you're drunk, I decided to play it up and have some fun. No, I was totally good. How is Jeff? Are you going to join G-Bag? No, I'm not going to join. Connectivity issues. Damn it. Yeah, I'm at Wi-Fi out here at camp. Sorry about that. Doing the best I can, but I don't have a hard wire out here. All right, that'll do it for a practice report. I love you guys. I'll probably catch you later on once I'm in my hotel, and I'll be with Brian and Botch Lombardi, and we'll have a time. How about that? What Cooper Cease do today? Who's that? Cooper Rush? He was good today. Cooper Rush is just so steady, and then Trey Lance is more of the wee. They're having a nice little battle. The running back situation is a train wreck. It looks like there's a lot of dudes out there and they don't know what to do. They're just putting dudes in. Rico's the best one, though. Remember, you have no idea what anyone's going through. Be cool to everyone. I love you.